Hello traders and welcome to this Bitcoin technical and order flow analysis video. So the main topic of the video will be, do we have the all-time high top in or no? Or is this just temporary top? I'll be giving you a very quick crash course in this area, how you can chart here and to map the support and resistance, to watch what is important. It should take like 10 minutes and you will see everything what matters, like the key aspects from trading. And I will go, like at the start of the video, we can really go over my trades. And also in today's video, we will check the order flow and general context of the market. This you can view this because I woke up pretty recently, so you can view this as my analysis when I'm waking up, everything what I'm assessing for today. So a lot to learn. Enjoy traders. So let's start with my trades. We will go over some of my posts. So yesterday I shorted the top. Yes, I got the exposure from here already to the upside, so it was absolutely huge. You can scalp. Yes, the volatility is fantastic, but the main winners for me are still the day trades. As I said in the group, I made much more money when we moved from 75,000 into this region. I made more money in this range because I get up and down trades, just trading this beautiful range. I went over this already in the previous video. But the main exposure to the upside was from this region, so I got it. And also yesterday I shorted the all-time high top. I was even adding on the pullback. So we can go over this trade, why I was doing so. It was very bold call because when you are shorting all-time high, it's very risky. But you need to abide a lot of rules and you need very good confluence to do that. So I'll be showing you what affected my decisions. So let's go. By the way, do you see where we topped out? So we topped out 93,000 to 93,500. If we check order books, by the way, because that's why I paid attention to them every single day, we can see we had already leading into the 93,000, we had decent spot sellers. Yes, so market was already exhausting getting there. And do you see over here, 93,200 to 93,500 was even more spot sellers on Bitfinex. So you cleared books in the Coinbase and Binance, but you still got these pretty huge sellers here. They were like twice larger than when you combine this, like I would say, actually same size than when you combine the Coinbase and Binance, so very decent size there. Other than that, books are pretty clear, and also like momentum dried up. So let's go down a bit. I was also warning yesterday we are moving, like the Bitcoin push to the upside is now standard deviation 3 move, and that's pretty crazy. Like on this pool is not, it's standard deviation 2 and is already getting to standard deviation 3, but it's not there. But this pool, the Corona low, anchor wave up with standard deviations from it. You can see how the standard deviation 2 band was providing pretty heavy resistance like past few years, like already when we are pushing here. Look at that, boom. We also topped out in it in the later phase of the bull market of 2021. We were going into the pullbacks, and then we put, like for 8 months we were unable to breach the standard deviation 2 out of this. This is for me extremely important because this is global changing event. We had the biggest printing money in the history, so all assets were getting repriced. And now Bitcoin moved into the and even beyond standard deviation 3 move. So this is really, really powerful move, but it also means like you push into these regions and you will need to look if Bitcoin starts to cool down a bit, going sideways into the local ranges. So because this is like you're hitting another target here. Yes, so it was interesting to say. Another thing I was giving our traders, this is by the way so simple, but in the simplicity often lies the most treasure. When we were doing in the end big pullback after the short, I went actually into this sleep, so I was not catching this long. But I told our traders we will have a very strong support, like we will have decent support in the previous range. That's how a market is trending in the end. You look in support in this big box, VAH and POC, and ideally if you have like high volume node closer to the VAH, so you are getting support earlier. If not, you can actually bridge the VAH. But this high volume node is still acting as support. We found the low exactly at 88,000. Is it coincidence? No. Massive bounce. We're already bouncing from it. So if you had alerts, you could catch this trade. I was actually front running. I mean, I've layered some take profits when I was sleeping in front of it. So my short hit a lot of profit targets. I was very, very happy about it. We can also see Bitcoin yesterday was pushing into the 40% gains. This is the biggest gains past 12 months like I would say past 9 months, not 8 months, because this was much larger impulse from 36 to into the 72. But yeah, very, very big move. And also we know this like magnitude of the move is now much larger than all the previous moves in the 8-month range. But yes, I'm also taking tactical take profits when we push to the upside. Another thing for yesterday top, we were seeing a lot of supply demand here. Brown was already marking it in CoinEx, so there was that selling pressure I was showing you in Bitfinex and other exchanges as well. And we also did one-to-one extension of the previous range. Bitcoin loves to do that, so we can turn off my trades just a bit. And I can show you. So you have this pull here. So you are pushing to the upside. Now we are starting to cooling down. So you have this is the main pull for you. I can do it like this. Yes, this is the main pull. This is deviation for the liquidity out of this pull, and you did one-to-one extension. Why you are putting the extension targets from here? Because this is also creating you supply and demand areas, market structure areas. These are key areas. I'm not pulling from here. Because look at that respect, so that will be in the charting. I will be showing you these zones. We can go over it once I finish with my trades. But one-to-one extension was hit, yes. So you did really good target of the previous day, yes. You can still see market is paying attention to 1.5 now. Is deciding if we do range here or not. Middle of the range holding with the point of control. Just beautiful symmetry extensions at play. Let's go down. So let's talk about the short of the yesterday. So there was there was not bad order flow up there. We were drying up on the with the volumes from buyers. Some buyers were getting also trapped into the highs. Let me also turn on meanwhile the Exocharts for desktop, and I will just load up the templates. Yes, as well. So my thesis when I got position was I was looking for nice head short. That's like first my goal, and then we were starting to see once we ate those big spot walls without any protection, it was nice sign of weakness. So there was really good sign of weakness for me here at top. We need to go to spot market and zoom in. So you see how we were pushing, yes, how we were pushing. So a lot of spot buyers were placing walls that they were actually spoofing and supplying, like they were scaring shorts and, longs. When they were longing, they could be using them as a stop losses. It was giving confidence for the market that the demand is there. We are eating over the walls. But one thing changed that. Yes, it was when we started to feel some big walls over here, for example. They visible? Let me check. Yes, over here. So someone was trying to, intention was very likely maybe stabilize the price for higher push for new all-time highs, or he was just happy to buy Bitcoin for pretty expensive price, we can say, because days back it was so cheap, and there was heavy selling momentum into them. All those walls were eaten. If you are like max bullish, when you play such walls, market often just sniffs them and bounce. This didn't happen. We immediately, as those walls were put out, it took just few minutes, all of them got filled. It is telling me big entity is using those walls as take profit, and market is not using them as to protect the market structure and continue to the upside. So the first large sign of weakness was for me this, and then we started really our pullback to the downside. Yes, even more walls were getting filled, so you are already seeing more selling pressure. Spot market is happy to distribute. Yes, Bitcoin is shooting up there like a star, but you will have pullbacks, you will have healthy market structure, you will have distributions. There was some technical reasons why market will find us resistance here, like general exhaustion of the market happened with the order books as well. So another was filled. This I used to add to my entry. This was pretty much market return a bit of beyond my entry. So I was utilizing after a nice take profits because this move down was huge. I was using it to add to full size here, literally for free, because I already have few percent earned from the initial short I was taking. Yes. So I reloaded my entry, left stop loss behind the highs. I would be like, if food market would be pushing up, I would be stopped out. And if I wouldn't, like if we get swing failure pattern, then I would be taking and positioning again. This is the most safe approach you can take in such trading, okay? But I always, like, I like to add to my positions when I already made a lot of profit on the initial move and market just gives me another entry. So absolutely fantastic. Sometimes you just don't do swing failure pattern, you just, for momentum stops. This was also stock market falling. Let me show you more clues. There is also profit taking on all Bitcoin miners, Coinbase and MicroStrategy. So this was really interesting. That's why I paid attention to my panel here. Yesterday I saw like much faster, like when you go to MicroStrategy, Ezos, by the way, is pushing beyond all-time highs. Yes. It's crazy company. This is pushing beyond dot-com bubble high. Yeah, fun, crazy. From 2000, year 2000. So there was liquidity behind this high, that's for sure. But you know, the MicroStrategy started topping out first, then Coinbase followed, also topping out before Bitcoin actually did, and miners, extremely heavy miners, in 10 to 12%. So my theory was the US market, everything connected to Bitcoin and crypto is now taking plunge, and Bitcoin is just chilling up there and doing nothing, just pushing to the highs. Well, I was thinking, if US market participants are taking profit, then you know, I'm looking for short. Then I also took some more profit on the long from the earlier, and the rest is history. Massive moves to the downside, but we found support, like big support at 88,000. The volatility here is not surprising us. Do you see the order books? Look at how empty they are. They are so empty, you don't need much volume to push this market to the upside, to the downside. Buyers and sellers didn't agree where to find the value, so you need time. And the volatility is just now great for trading. So US market is already doing take profit on crypto. More time to sleep. We'll have alerts at 95,000 and 100k, leaving rest for round. I was then trading a bit as well. Took nice profits on the first moves to the downside. Then I was adding and went to sleep. So you see this trade is playing out well. I can show you the current short as well. This was the scalp I was taking first in the morning. Simple setup here. We have two highs here into the golden zone, into the trapped longs, also into the market structure area. This low here and this overall, this is like first market structure where Bitcoin should be finding resistance and not getting accepted into this range. Plus you had the two, let me delete all the highs. Gone. You have got this high and these highs together. So, and you've got also a lot of shorts. When we go to CVD, we zoom out. Let me refresh. So you see how market is trending down, and also the shorts are coming in from the delta. You know, spot market is also buying. Once you leave this more local range, your target will be to finish, moving over this impulse and do ideally swing failure pattern out of these two highs together. And this is what played out. This was a nice trade. You can see there was not much order books there. This was just mainly like raw selling pressure. Let me turn on Exocharts here also for the desktop. So this is more local setup. I have like more local short. It has very tight stop loss because I know when we go beyond this high, this is very limited resistance. So in this box, you can move very fast, not much volume into this range, and then find resistance out of this range. But then that's why I need tighter stop loss here. For main short entry for me is from here. This is really safe, and yeah, I don't need like you don't want to do this. Not here. You rather get stopped out and then getting repositioned much higher from this range, or even swing failure pattern of these highs. That's how you play here. Yeah, you avoid trading because this is already trading, like we can say, in the middle of the local range. So you avoid bad reward ratio trades, where you give up most of your gains to the market, because the move down here was already 1%, so fantastic, and my stop loss needs to be like 0.3, and I take profit one with 60% here. So of course you don't want wide stop loss. You just don't earn for such stop loss anyway in such setup. So fantastic. So the core short is running. Now I'll be showing you context of the market, or let's do that quick charting course for you, so you can see what matters. So what matters here for you is, if I would have no chart here, no folders or anything, and I want to chart them here locally, so I will be pulling AMT. So I want to see my previous range. As market was leaving the previous range, I need to chart that range, because in strong uptrends, these levels will be acting as a support, and I will be looking for support in the box. If I have nice volume here in the box from VAH and then POC, and if we are breaching the VAH, then I'm looking for high volume node like overall. So this area was whole down here is support. And Bitcoin is still pretty strong, because you see how we bounced. We went front run the POG a bit, but we were already in the high volume node. So I need that. Then I need the top range as well. We can pull from this point like this, because we locally, you are still not accepted into this range, you rejected strongly. So you need to see what will be the local rotation for the market. You see also when you are bouncing from from this point of control, and you found the stability here, you wanted to see, if you were bull and you were here, you wanted to see, yeah, it was different pull now. Okay, let me go like this. Yes, from this point is better. You wanted to see really the val will be holding on the pullback. You don't want to see acceptance, like you lose this val and then you open route for lower levels and for the lows. So Bitcoin is still acting pretty well. You reach point of control, so if you were longing from here, you are taking a nice profit. So I need those two ranges. We can push them to the upside. Visual order, bring into front, we can turn them off. Then I need market structure areas, supply and demand zone, so we see where Bitcoin has most resistance and support. You are already seeing how Bitcoin established previous range, so we started slowing down from this point and from this point. Yeah, so these 2 points are already giving you key levels, and I will be marking them as areas. So we will do it like this. And as I'm seeing the price is developing, yeah, I can pull this to the downside, because I see later on Bitcoin find support here. So I'll be adjusting this on the more recent price development like this, pushing it to the right side. Let's do the correct label like this. Then we have the top one. Of course, this one is very obvious. It was respected so well. You can actually do it a bit wider. Like this. Then we have the top one. Bitcoin is very volatile, so you can have multiple and watch them. And you have also this one. I will be stretching it a bit down, because now we rejected here, so that's like this. And one more. From here, because then we've got like mini range here, and Bitcoin find the support there on the pullback. So I need to do some nice pull here as well, like this. I want to include these two bounces as well. Yes, like this. So these will be market structures you'll be watching locally for interactions and for your buyers as well. So you know this is going to be juicy area. Ideally with swing value pattern as well in the future. We can turn on back ranges. We can also watch the downtrend view up from the top. And we will be watching view up from when this range established. So we can go from this point here for overall bias up range. So while you are spending time above this, above this view up, then still the bulls are not so much in danger. Even if you lost it, you wanted to see a reclaim. Now you hold another retest, so it's really good. You can also have So that was the last decent pullback. You can also have anchor view from here, from this low, which is measuring the most aggressive, you know, impulse uptrend. And then from here, you will be making multiple of them, like measuring the power. So you see what happened again from this low. Again, holding the region, holding the region. So Bitcoin is keeping its verticality intact. It's so aggressive. So far. That'll be also showing you there is chances we will have a you know, range very likely, like same like I was predicting like few day range here. How long was that? 2 days. That's nice, and there is pretty likely chance we will get another range here or even deeper pullback. So I'll be showing you why. So these are a few things you can make, you know, like locally. Of course, you can be adding more things. This is like basic stuff you need on your chart, like whatever you do. Okay, let's go now for general analysis of the market. So you can see what is happening. We can start with the Tradinglite. Perpetuals. Order books are pretty empty. To the upside, we can see market is still acting a lot of on with market orders. Like before, we like oftentimes we've got like 200, 300, 500 Bitcoin on the like pretty close to the price. Now is like, look at that, it's much smaller. Of course, Bitcoin valuation is higher, so the walls will be smaller, but still the order books are pretty empty. Yes, a lot of market buying. The main supports from the order books is still in these regions. You will be watching this area, then very likely potential swing failure pattern from this low. I think there is still huge wall here, is much smaller now, and then this is going to be interesting area in the future. 85,000 swing failure pattern, and look at that. Then market is building a lot of support in the 83,000 to 81, so you can be ready on all these areas. You can literally skip when it's empty order books and so on. To the upside, I don't see much selling pressure. 95,000 getting protected. Yep. Spot markets. By the way, do you see how the pressure was helping us? Like each time the delta, I mean the order books went into negative territory, we've got at least temporary all-time high top. So order books are also very helpful when you are trying to estimate there will be all-time high top. This is one of the top tools I'm using. Again, here and here was even more pressure. We actually have very heavy pressure here from order books. You will see that soon with the TRDR. Spot market. So spot market, let me refresh if everything's okay here. Spot market will be interesting. So there is not much like new resistances in this new reform range. Nice supports are building every 1,000. That's what Bitcoin loves to do. And I'm still seeing, like, if we want to continue higher on Bitcoin, we will be... Why it's so crazy? I don't know what's up with order book suit, but we will be facing... I need to return, yeah. So we will be facing some stiff resistance from spot markets now from 93,000 up to 95. So maybe we'll be exhausting market into 95,000 once you eat all these walls in the future. So we will see, and then you see like markets like still heavy order books. 100k again, we are seeing more thickness here, so 100k is going to be protected. It's just huge target. I told you, we either front run 100k or breach it with massive volumes. So time will tell. But generally we have no problem ranging here because very limited spot was like this bounce, like this alone, this bounce was happening on pretty low volume. Look at that, how little volume you were needing for this push. Even at the end of the stage, just 30-20 million, that's nothing, you know. It's nothing. It was mainly also like this bounce here was driven from, because there was a lot of shorting here. It was more of a shorts covering this bounce here. The spot was not even as involved. Now shorts are coming in again. So yeah, spot order books, they are lurking more like big orders, more of the extremes. We will have a look on, we can have a look on TRDR now, or actually we can go to Exo, it will be better than do TRDR at the end. Okotoki maybe in between before it's loading. Let me refresh. Exo. Cumulative turning off. Still a bit sick. It's gonna be maybe longer healing. So 93,000 defended, and then we see, look at that. So order books are thickening up into 95k. I consider this very, like, this is one of the biggest resistances we were facing on the current push from 75,000 heavy selling walls. That's one of the reasons I expecting actually, you know, Bitcoin to put range at least, definitely, and then maybe 95,000 will be like heavy resistance protecting 100k. We will see. Buyers are lurking at 88,000. Then we have a lot of perpetual walls here. 86,000 getting defended. Again, a lot of perpetuals as well. And look at that, 85,000 also heavily defended for like already over 1k bitcoins. And then you've got these numbers. So this is great, you know, if you don't have time, you're just watching the Hokotoki for general, you know, big notes for the exhaustion of the market and for reversals. Now, Exocharts, how is Exo looking? So today, okay, daily open was opening inside the previous range, so you don't have these like higher guaranteed previous day rotations. You want daily open outside, but still market is paying attention into the, like, look at that previous day val was holding, and now we are rotating. Almost previous day POG was hit. And we are just chopping around daily open. Like, this is area I will be avoiding any trades, you know, because you are in the middle of the range. Reward ratio is bad. If you short, if you long, you need wider stop loss, not good. So definitely no trades here. You need to be lurking at extremes. If you are a patient trader and you don't engage prematurely in the where is the main volumes, then you can be pulling those best reward ratio trades. Previous day could be another target if we go beyond 91,700s. These highs also will be target, but we will see, because we are already rejecting from the area I wanted. How is the open interest? Open interest is now steadily rising, so that's already telling me the volatility is coming back into the market. By the way, do you see what Bitcoin did past 2 times? So we did open interest build up in the push here, and then we started, you know, like we started pushing down. This was shorts getting hammered, destroyed. But you know what's the thing with the open interest? This time heavy huge leverage longs were pushing to the upside, and as soon as we started to go down, I know when I was short here, and I'm still short here, I know I got the fuel to the downside. If market starts cascading, these people will be getting destroyed. If you analyze what was happening here, so many, like thousands of Bitcoin longs were pushing here. This was not the small increase from 219,000 to 230, 11,000 Bitcoins. That's over 900 million of new longs were pushing in this. So the pullback here is zero surprise. We've got a lot of, like, if you were short, you had the fuel to go into the deeper pullback, and you found support from previous range. Simple as that. Why is market stopping here? Because it literally punished most of the people locally from the open interest perspective. If you zoom out, look at that, yeah, heavy punishing. So the leverage was washed out again, and spot market took over and is again bidding. So these cleansings will be happening as Bitcoin is increasing to the upside and to the downside. This is just bull market. It will be taking out the most vulnerable people. Once they are done, stability and push. Now open interest is increasing again, so the volatility is coming to us very likely with PPI news. They are in few hours coming. They'll be affecting us, same like CPI yesterday, which gave us the pump. Again, we already have 8,000 Bitcoins and is building up. So yes, the fuel is building both for the upside and for the downside. That's great. You can have a look what's the positioning of the market. Hey, you see those big longs here. They were dominating over the shorts. You can even zoom in and then check. Yeah, the delta was dominating. All the huge longs got destroyed here. Beautiful. And my short was earning on their pain. Yes, there are some shorts increasing, so you've got the fuel to the upside actually, but also long, so it's like pretty balanced. I will need to analyze all the. There are just more shorts because the delta here is coming down. So I know there is actually fuel, more fuel to the upside. So there's also, when I have the short here, I have tight stop loss because I know shorts covering can push us back into the top with ease. So I'm very careful, and my short from top is very safe. Now it has only 35% remaining position, so when we return back, I will be adding to short if I see good reason to do so. And if we do swing failure pattern, I will be stopped out and then getting repositioned if we do that, because if not, then all-time high is coming, another one, yeah, 94, 95. You know, you need to be really defensive in some situations and play it well. So this is the Binance, and let's have a look on Bybit. Bybit is actually accommodating a lot more traders sometimes, new positions than Binance. Oh yeah, so the longs are dominating. What I turn on? Oh, dot. No, we need BTC USD. Yes. Okay. So this was the open interest round trip. Some new longs are opening here, and now it's pretty much balanced. But I think there are very heavy shorts here. Heavy shorts from Bybit in this region. So if we go beyond this high, you know, there is pretty likely we will be squeezing these shorts as you will be trapping them. So be careful for that. We can easily then move on their pain over 92,000 and more. So interesting. You've got some longs as well, but shorts are dominant. You can see that on Delta very clearly. Heavy shorts here actually, and some of them already are like these people here are trapped. And then these people win something, but you know, people are greedy, so they didn't take much profit. Interesting. We will be watching also, when we will be pushing, you are watching VPOG, but it's a bit weaker. We've had the TPOG, which trapped a lot of people at the top. So 92,700 is the level you will be watching today before you attack the highs as well. So very easy scalp, pretty likely. And then you will be watching highs also. We have some high volume node here as well from the volume, so you can combine it together. Okay, so how is liquidity today? We already starting to eat because we saw some people shorting in this range, so we already damaged some of them. If we continue higher, then it's very likely to finish the node, because you also have big shorts here from Bybit, so pretty likely. Then for the swing failure pattern, if we start going beyond these two highs, then I will be watching this node. Is showing you very clearly. The node is ending at 94,100. If you start reversing here, we might get beautiful swing failure pattern, or it's gonna be tighter, we will see. But yeah, you can be watching this. If you start pushing beyond, then you know market is not caring about swing failure pattern and all-time high, but it wants to push much higher. To the downside, this is the liquidity of the more local range you can be watching, and then pretty fed liquidity is building over here beyond this low. This was high volume low, so a lot of liquidity here, and then we have even more. The most juiciest, like the biggest pain the market can cause is of course moving down to 85,000 and taking this node as well. And then you don't have as many nodes because you were pretty aggressive. You were not spending much time, yeah. This one, okay. So that we went over. We can have a look now on TRDR. So TRDR over here, Bitcoin order books. So one of the reasons I was happy in my short, because I think we might find one thing we can extrapolate for the market is getting pretty likely we will be ranging here at least, yes. Ranging, or we'll have a deeper pullback. There is like huge pressure. Like if Bitcoin wants to continue to the upside, it will need a lot more spot volumes to do so. So there is higher chance you will exhaust the markets because the sell walls are getting thicker. You're now getting double bands from local and medium time frames. Yeah, it's much more thicker. These bands, like last time we've had so much selling pressure in the order books, was over here, and at least it gave us the decent pullback. Okay, the pullback here was how much? 3.6%, so not bad, but you are just aware, and the market was ranging for some time. So same thing here, there is just much more pressure than when we were at 90,000, yes, or even here. So very likely, if you know anything's possible, you can push with all-time high. If there is like hundreds of millions of new spot buyers, we will see on inflows. Yesterday was, by the way, big ETF inflows, like like gold is heading heavily down, and Bitcoin is like gold is having 1 year biggest outflows. Bitcoin is having 1 year biggest inflows. So you see where the money are going from gold into Bitcoin as well. Is interesting, right? Momentum driven markets. So with such bands, I definitely want to engage with this range at the top again for potential swing failure patterns and to add to my short if it's not going to take out these highs. But I would be happy to take a swing failure pattern because these highs, this structure is very weak. You see this high almost took out this one, so it's like it's not double top, but it's weak structure which can be fixed. So that's what I'll be happy to do. So you see locally we might squeeze shorts as well, as I mentioned. Let's go further. Yes, and we've got this nice symmetry. So market is currently spending a lot of fuel locally. So you see heavy push to the upside, and then you are pushing to the downside with over 2.5 billion aggregated delta. Pushes to the upside are done with 3.5 billion. Again, our push with heavy leverage longs were done with 2.5 billion aggregated delta. If you were in short, you were waiting for market to complete this like similar symmetry. This do you see how symmetrical this is? So from 2.5 billion positive delta from all those heavy buyers, you destroyed market on the long side, and you did how much? Again, almost 2.5 billion. Beautiful. This template is very useful to me to know potential fuel in the market. And market is now ranging because, you know, both sides of the market participants got wrecked. We are accumulating new volume. Liquidations were also useful. 5-minute time frame. Especially on these drops, yes, already you were reaching big threshold, 17 million. So you were already punishing people here at daily VWAP, and then this low also very big, punishment. The market is nobody's getting punished yet because we are not reaching the extremes. Huge short wrecked in the push. How is CVD looking? Okay. That's interesting. Interesting developments, right? So we see who is distributing is Coinbase. This is not just ETFs, because this can be also the institutions and just selling on spot, because ETFs often have the over-the-counter trades, so they are OTC outside the market. So you see, the Coinbase still selling is interesting. They are getting also absorbed because you see this is in downtrend, but we are still in uptrend. So spot pressure is getting absorbed for now, and Binance is still buying. Binance is still uptrending. So, and Binance is oftentimes the biggest boss. So how much Binance bought in this pump at the top? From 7,000 or over 3,000 Bitcoins, and Coinbase sold around 3,000 Bitcoins. So in the end, these Binance buyers dried up and Coinbase took over and sent the market down. Of course, you can turn on other exchanges as well. So you see the full picture, yes. Bitstamp is also like pretty big, pretty big from one. They went from 2,000 to 3,000, 1,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, nice. So we still have bullish CVD on all time frames. There are still absorptions. This is not changing. We can see what is happening. So spot market is still like pressuring market. We can refresh this like missing data. Spot market continues to pressure market, and perpetuals are trying, like leverage is trying to get in. This is why also like you're having those ranges here. It's like market is in equilibrium. Spot pressuring perpetual markets with leverage. Futures are pushing to the upside, and they are trying to buy these markets. So yeah, ranging, but yes. And in the end, you are eating over the walls with spot demand. So how is the funding rate? Wow, yeah, funding rate really low. Funding rate is increasing a bit, but this was really great. I said in the group I will be looking for nice reset, and in the end we've got the reset. So that's really great. I can show you what I want to show you. I want to show you Velo. Where is Velo? Check on chain. Live with us. Velo. Yeah, here is Velo. We can go to a bigger time frame because some people are saying the aggregated premium is very high. Yes, it is very high indeed, but it can actually stay very high for a long time. It is simply telling you how is the positioning of the open interest generally in the market. So even when you cool down the funding rates, then it's gonna show you what's the main exposure of the market. Is it to the longs, to the upside, or to the downside? You can see this is changing. These regimes are changing for long times, but you're always careful when, like, you can be for long time positive here. So you see a lot of market participants were getting long here. In the end, we've got the flush, and then for a few months look at that, from June, for a few months we were in the negative territories. But in the end, this whole open interest build-ups were giving you the fuel for the current push to the upside. Yes, and we went from the negative territories into the pretty large positive territories. So we know this is just simple fact. Like, we don't need to even know that. Like, of course, we've got so many longs here, but in the future, how you can use this aggregation premium when we get a deeper pullback and we finally get negative, you will be viewing it as a part of healthy reset for the market. Yes. So yeah, we want that. We want to see that in case Bitcoin then gets pulled back to 80,000-70,000 to destroy all this build up in the future. Just remember, this can be green for a long time in the bull markets. Yeah, same like here. It was green for 1 month. Yeah, 21st of May, 11th of June, 20 days. 20 days it was positive. We can go even into the higher time frame, so 12 hours. Yes. So up here we were positive from 12th of February until 10th of April. Yeah. In the end, like, this is for your swing trades, and you just need a lot of time here. In the end, all these extra build-ups will be cleared. Yes, and you get into negative territories where you're building swing longs with other tools I was showing you, and also with TRDR. Yes. Even here, you are positive before the main pump. We've got the pullbacks. We started to go into negative. People were shorting, and boom, to the upside. So here again, we can be positive for a few weeks. In the end, we will go negative, and that will be your time to buy Bitcoin again for swing trades as well. So with these metrics, okay. So yeah, I think that's it from me. So currently, I showed you where I'll be interested for new areas of support. You just watch all these lows here and this low as well. If you start losing this, then I will be expecting much deeper pullback. Then we'll be looking for supports in these areas. You can see this trade earned me pretty decent money, but as we have so many shorts here, if there is spot momentum, it's gonna be stopped out soon. So I will be ending video now. So I need to manage this position and close it with a nice profit still. And just be ready for any upside to watch this top range, the levels I was showing you, potential swing failure pattern from highs, and my estimate is we will be ranging in this area. We'll be ranging, so there will be more opportunities to long and short. Have a nice trading day. Join our group if you want. Black Friday we will be launching in 1 week. Have a nice day, traders. Bye.